Hello and welcome back to Koko Monster News. I'm Koko, bringing you cool news from all around our amazing world. Before we dive into today's stories, let's have some fun learning a few new words we'll hear in the news. Let's imagine a story with the word stranded. Think about a beach ball that's rolled away and can't get back to you on its own. Stranded means being left somewhere without a way to leave on your own, like being stuck. In our news today, we might hear, a fisherman in Rausu, Japan, spotted stranded killer whales. This means the fishermen saw killer whales that couldn't get back into the deep water by themselves. They were stuck on the beach or in shallow water, just like when your beach ball rolls too far and can't roll back to you. Next, let's look at the word surround. Imagine you and your friends standing in a circle around a playground toy, so it's right in the middle. Surround means to be all the way around something, covering every side. In our news today, we might hear, 13 orcas stuck in a tiny gap surrounded by drift ice. This means the orcas, which are big, beautiful sea animals, found themselves in a small space, and all around them was floating ice. Just like when you're in the middle of your friends, these orcas were in the middle of ice, with no clear path to swim out. Next up, let's think about a game of tug-of-war with the word dispute. Imagine two teams pulling on opposite ends of a rope, each trying to pull the other towards them. Dispute means a disagreement or argument between people or groups over something they both want but can't agree on. In our news today, we might hear, the dispute over the islands has hindered negotiations between the two countries. This means the two countries are having a big argument over who should own some islands, and this disagreement is making it hard for them to talk about and solve other problems, just like when a game of tug-of-war stops because neither side will let go of the rope. Hope you have grasped the meaning of these new words. Now let's jump into today's exciting news stories. Here's what's happening around the world. A fisherman in Rausu, Japan, spotted stranded killer whales. The official count was 13 orcas stuck in a tiny gap surrounded by drift ice. Drone footage showed the whales bobbing up and down. The whales were able to escape as gaps in the ice grew. The whales were in disputed waters near Japan and Russia. The dispute over the islands has hindered negotiations between the two countries. Groups requested help from the Japanese government and concern was raised about the whales' conditions. And that's a wrap for today's Koko Monster News. I hope you enjoyed our stories and don't forget about the new words we learned today. Keep using them and see how many times you can spot them this week. I'm Koko, saying goodbye and stay curious. Tune in next time for more fun news and cool words. See you then.